My bird's reaction to moving to his new home in my office. Hi, Doctor. Are you happy? Yeah? Are you happy? Yeah. Yeah. Are you happy, Doctor? Yeah? Oh, yeah. Look at that. Uh-huh. He's happy. Happy. Okay. Happy, aren't we? Oh, yeah. And then a radio, and then this is my workspace. It's lovely to have a bird in your workspace. I actually adopted him from a friend. She went to PetSmart or some pet store like that, and someone had just brought in this cage, and it had 2 birds in it, and they didn't even know who brought them. They just brought these 2 birds and just abandoned them there in the cage. And she took them home, and then I found out she had them. And I had a bird when I was a kid. I know a lot about birds, so I said, I'll take them. I'll take care of them. And when I first got them, there was like a weird plant in the cage, and that was weird. Like I didn't even know if it was safe for them. But I took the plant out, and like I said, there was 2. And Henrietta actually died a couple months ago, so Doctor was really sad, and I have the video of him when she was dead in the morning. She was on the bottom of the cage and she was dead, and it was really heartbreaking because he was like flying around and landing by her body, and they don't land on the ground unless they're eating or drinking water. Oh, I gotta put his water in there. But he was landing next to her and chirping at her, like yelling at her, and it was really sad. And like I knew before I even took the cover off the cage that morning that she was dead, because I had seen her. I think I saw her have a stroke, and then I thought I saw her have a stroke, and so she wasn't doing well, and she had spent the whole day before that. She spent the whole day in her nest, which she had never done before. So that night when I put the cover on him, I knew she was probably gonna die soon. And you hear him singing? He's gonna sing now. I knew because he was like sounding really stressed out, and I knew she was dead because of just the tone in his chirp. The tone he had in his chirp before I took the cover off the cage, it was like I could tell. It was so sad. And I was like, oh my God, I know she's going to be dead when I take this cover off, because I cover him up at night because it gets a little drafty in my house at night. See, there's some plants growing in his cage. That's kind of cool. They'll grow on the seeds that fall. And he likes to eat the sprouts. Those are good for him anyway, so it's cool. I know those are safe for him anyway, so I had to move his water though because it was getting it was starting to grow mold. And none of that is mold. That's all sprouts. So that's okay. But there was mold actually right there, and I was like, no, and I moved his waters. Hey, yeah. 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 Doctor, we're happy, yeah. A lot of magicians, medieval magicians would have birds like in their alchemists would have them in their laboratories and stuff. But Doctor here is you can't really see him too well because my camera sucks, but he's a zebra finch. And Henrietta was a orange cheek waxbill. And after Henrietta died, I really debated getting another orange cheek waxbill, but I couldn't find one for sale in Las Vegas, which is weird, because they're kind of like a rare, collector bird or something. I don't know. All I could find was zebra finches, and I was like, he doesn't know what he looks like. I've never put a mirror in there. You know what? I'm gonna put a mirror in there right now and see what he does. Cause you know, I haven't thought of it before, but I take the wire off here. Look, take the wire off this mirror, and it's safe for him. See? Hopefully, there's no drugs on it. Oh, I'm just joking. I would have cleaned it all out. So put it someplace where he can, like, there we go. Over there. Yeah, that's a good one. There. So that's sort of a new thing. I'll watch him, see what he does. A lot of new things for him today. And like they say, oh, don't do new stuff with a bird. But I actually think doing it at one time is like better. Because then they just figure it's a new, like this is a new place for him to sit. And then the mirror in the cage, so it's sort of like a new association. And it's a new thing. Instead of like repeatedly traumatizing him, it's like he can take it all in at once. But yeah, it said on the internet that if you've had two birds for longer than 7 years, and like when I adopted them from my friend, it was like 2012. So she died in 2019. So like, but it said on the internet, if you've had two birds for longer than 7 years, when one of them dies, it's the other one is like 90% likely to die within three months. Yeah, so anyway, so look at him. I'm going to kind of change this bookshelf and put only books I use for my art on it. Because I'm getting a new desk, and I'm moving this bookshelf over here, and I'm going to move that, like, over here probably. And this is going to be my reading area. And I do sit there and read. But yeah, so I posted a video like 2 months ago that said that this was my work area, and I haven't really been sitting here very often, which is really heartbreaking for me to report something like that, because ever since I was 10, I wanted to be a famous writer and artist. And so when I was 10, I actually started writing, and I work every day, pretty much at night. I've done this since I was 10 years old. Every night I take a shower and I put on my PJs, and then I would sit for hours every night and work on my writing, and I would write stories like about dogs with wings. I had some characters that were dogs with wings, and they fought dragons and stuff, and they protected unicorns, and like that was when I was in the 5th grade, I started doing that. So when I was 10 in 1995, and I didn't have the internet back then, but I haven't, I didn't grow up, you know, I got the internet, I got real familiar with the internet in like the year 2000, but, you know, the internet is an awesome tool. Like, I just can't believe how fortunate we are to have so much information literally at our fingertips, and we can, teach ourselves and become so smart and educated just reading, on the internet, you know, like about history and stuff like that. It's, you know, realize that Wikipedia is a free encyclopedia, and it's you can believe the stuff on there. You really can, because it's edited by people, so like people don't let the facts be recorded wrong, you know. But it doesn't matter, because basically you get a general idea of everything. Maybe you're not exactly right, but you get a general idea of everything that we understand in our human minds. Do you understand? This is like everything a human's mind. It's incredible. So, like, you know, I have a DeviantArt site, and my DeviantArt site is Saint of Demons, with no spaces and no just. It's deviantart.com/Saint of Demons. Okay? So go check out my stuff. I haven't, well, I mean, I as of right now when I'm posting this video, I have nothing there yet. But, you know, if you're watching this video, if the world still exists in 2021, then I should have my stuff, some stuff up there, because I plan on working really hard this year, like harder than I've ever worked in my entire life. So that's sort of a big hurdle that I need to, oh wow, I'm so high, I forgot I was filming. I thought I was talking on the phone. Okay. Sort of like a big hurdle I need to, overcome. I need to work harder than I've ever worked in my life. That's work every day, But I can do it. I have no doubt that I can do it. I know I can do it. I got my tunes. I got my OJ. I got like all the pictures I've ever saved in the past couple of years, on my phones. Because I've literally lost everything like a few times, numerous times. I've lost literally everything that I had on my computer. And the thing is, I have like thousands of reference pictures, like photos to draw from, so that, and I also take screenshots of YouTube videos, because I'm working on an anthology of stories based on YouTube channels that have inspired me. And so I will like review those videos, and I will screenshot videos. And I have like, my references are really, really finely organized. I can show you right now, actually, how great my organizing is. Wait. Okay, so if you look here, this is as current, and the reason why I have a current folder is because I have, like, my other references are like this, see? I have, oops, that's my music. Look, it's like this, and I have so much in each of these freaking, like, folders. I can't even, like, tell you how much is in these freaking folders. And then I have photos that aren't even organized yet. So I had to make a folder for the stuff that I need immediately. Current. And these are the things that I'm working on currently. So, yeah. But, basically I just got my life back because my stepdad, who's an awesome guy, his name's Kent Henry, he's an amazing guy. He's worked at a hospital here in town, at the county hospital. He's worked there for like 30 years. He's an incredible guy. He knows a lot of people in the medical field. My family, we all of us worked in medical establishments. My mom was on the state board of pharmacy, and then she's a pharmacy tech, and she actually taught pharmacy tech at a school here in town for a number of years. And she volunteers with the local police. So my family is pretty awesome, and they do my mom does a lot of volunteer work. And, she's really like one of my personal heroes, my mother, because of how hard she works, for other people, and for no personal gain either. She works so hard for others, Uh-oh, look at this. Trouble brewing. Hex, you be nice. He's never killed anything in his life, so I'm not worried about this. You might be worried looking at this right now, but I'm not worried at all, because he doesn't even want to kill anything. This cat is the sweetest little cat. He's the sweetest little cat. Look at him. I do this because I want to show you that he's not a killer, okay? So don't worry about the bird. Look at him. He's not even biting me or anything, and I'm annoying him. Huh, Peaks? I know, you have to withstand a lot, huh, Cheeks? But don't worry about Doctor, because Doctor will be fine. This cat does not kill. He does not kill. I'm telling you. Yes, I know, Doctor. And besides, also, I use a clip to keep this door shut. It's actually on my table out here. I have to put it on there. But there's clips keeping all those doors shut, so he can't get in there. I know that you might worry about the bird landing on the side, and then, my cat might nick him with his claws, but my cat never uses his claws either on anything. There's the clip. See, here's where he was. It's dark in here, isn't it? Yeah, it's dark. And look, I was, in the summer, there's birds out here on the porch, but not right now. I think the birds went someplace else. I'm just reading about the Battle of Trafalgar. Wow, that Horatio Nelson, what a hunk. What an awesome guy. Horatio Nelson, Lord Viscount, the Right Honorable. Yeah, what a freaking awesome, what a hunk. What a man. He's a real man. You know what I'm saying? Like, not afraid to confront Napoleon, who had bigger guns and bigger ships. But you know what? He died at that battle, too. And anyway, he's someone I like to think about. Peaks, but really, don't even worry about this, because the worst he might do is sit on top of the cage. But he doesn't use his claws on anything, ever. He never uses his claws. He would never try to go after Doctor. I've had this cat for 7 years, and I've had the birds for longer than I've had the cat. And so in the 7 years that I've had them together, he's never, ever tried to get them. Ever. A couple times he'd jump on top of the cage just because it was someplace that he could be high. And I don't blame him for that. I like to go anywhere and get high where I can get high. Which I can really only get high inside my house, so that's why I'm in my house. But I have a new laptop that's going to help me do all my books. I basically do I want to do illuminated manuscripts about drug addicts who can travel through parallel worlds, like at will, or sometimes accidentally. And they can travel through time, and some of them can bend reality. And some of them can just bend an individual or a group of people. Just he or she can bend their perception of reality. So these people, I write about them. They're very special, and most of them are drug addicts because that's just their disposition. They're called oh, you know what? I'm not even going to talk about it because it's probably stupid of me to tell about my stories and then someone can just rip them off, because that's what everyone's doing right now. Nobody knows anything at all. Nobody has any original ideas of anything. They're just so boring. I can't even watch shows because it's so freaking boring. It bores me. Oh my God, my stories in my head are so much better than that. They're oh my God, they keep me fascinated all day long. Since I was 10 years old, I prefer my own stories to the stories that I see on TV. But there are some good ones. Carnival Row is pretty good. I appreciate that one. I like that. That's a new show on Amazon Prime. It's pretty good. It's kind of awful because they just have sex, of course. There's sex all the time. I mean, someone penetrating someone else. There's implicit penetration in these scenes, and that bothers me a little bit, because I just I've been in that female's position, and there's literally an appendage of another person inside of her, and we're watching her as that's going on, and it's just. That's sort of a traumatic experience, and I don't like watching it. I don't like thinking about it either, but if you love the person, then you're yeah, you want them to, their appendage, you don't mind it. Maybe even you think we are one, we become one. I never thought that shit, because I was a prostitute literally for 10 years. But 3 years on the streets. I was homeless, and I lived in a tunnel, and I would come out at night and smoke crack and sell my body to men in cars, just whoever would pull over. So I could have been murdered any time, but that's cool because I started reading about Jack the Ripper in the 6th grade, and I always wanted to meet a serial killer. And in my experiences, I have no doubt that I came across at least one. The statistics don't lie. Anyway, I really love all you guys for watching the whole video, and I appreciate that a lot. And I always move around like this. I hope I didn't make you sick. And I'm rearranging this room, so it doesn't matter if I show you the layout. You won't be able to figure out how to assassinate me. Anyway, I've got to talk to my neighbor about some pistachios, and you guys have a great day. Pexy, say goodbye. Pex. Pexy, say goodbye. You gotta look at me. Okay. Okay.
That is correct. A little different from abuse of power. That's right, and we can assume that the White House would continue.